just to see how these fit in the Caddy and if they fit in the Caddy. To answer the question, yes they do. Welcome back to another Kenan Builds video. You've probably read the title and thumbnail, so you know what this video is about. But I have bought these Recaros, and these are from a Recaro VXR. They were super cheap, and let me show you why they were so cheap. And that is because the airbags on both of the seats have gone off. But to me, that doesn't really matter because I don't really care about the airbags on the seats, as I'm not going to plug them in or anything. But what I may do is I may replace them. So for now, I'm just going to keep an eye out to see if I can find any online. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically put that into place, glue it from the inside, as this panel should come off, tidy it up, ready to go into the van. So these will be going into the Caddy, and I've wanted a set of these for a good while, but they don't seem to come up for sale very often. I'm going to look at the passenger seat first, see what I can do, see how much work is involved, and then I'll go through the process of how we fit the driver's seat and show you exactly how you can get these into your Caddy. So before I take the driver's seat out, I have looked at the driver's seat. I've come up with a solution, so we'll show you that when we go in. But the current setup so far is that we have these Audi TT seats, which are pretty good, and these currently sit on the 2 ram bases. You can't quite see them, but what I'm going to do first, I'm going to remove this seat and I'll show you the bases, what they're like in the car. So I've removed the seat, and as you can see now, I have the 2 ram bases. I believe there's supposed to be a compartment which can go on the front of this, which is like a storage area, but as you can see, the 2 ram base is basically just a spacer to stop you mounting to the floor. But I did try it with this for the VXR Recaros, but this does mean the seat sits too high, so I'm getting rid of these and I'll show you how we're going to mount them to the floor. So that's the 2 ram bases out, and you can now see all of the 4 mounting points for the original seat. Excuse the mess, I will be hoovering this before anything goes in and cleaning it up. The plan is to mount these seats very similar to how I mounted the pole positions in my MX-5. So if you have missed that video, go and see that, because you might have a bit of help on that video as well as this video, because it does have a similar principle. So if there's anything I've missed on you may see it on there. But the plan is that the rails on the Recaros are ever so slightly narrower than the holes on the floor. So what the plan is to do is basically mount a thick piece of metal which goes between the 2 pieces. So I'll have 2 bars going across there, and then basically they will be bolted either end, and then the Recaro will be bolted to the 2 rails. So let me cut 2 pieces wide enough and let me show you and hoover this. So the material I'm going to use to mount the seats is this kind of bar. Again, it's similar to what I used on my MX-5. It's a 25mm wide by 5mm thick piece of metal. So what I'm going to do with this now is you need, for the Caddy, to put them seats in 2 pieces at 51 centimeters, 510mm, however you want to say it. So let's get these cut. So now you can see the idea of the 2 bars. I have cut these 51 centimeters long, and the 2 holes are 1.5 centimeters from the edges, which leaves the holes on this piece 48 centimeters apart, because that's the width of the holes for the bases. So I now have 2 options. So with a bit of luck, the holes on the seat rails I think do line up to the width that the front bolts and the rear bolts on these seats actually sit. So I have 2 options. I can drill in these pieces, 2 holes on each bar to where the seat rail mounts up, and then just simply nut and bolt that onto this. But what I think I may do is I may add a bolt which adds on the underside of this bar and pokes up through the top and weld the underside. So essentially I'm left with 4 studs on these bars, where I can bolt these 2 bars to the floor and then bring the seat in, place the seat onto the 4 studs, and then bolt the seat rails to the studs. Not sure which way I'm going to go yet, but for now I'm going to measure the width of the rails on the seats and get them drilled into these. So just before I take the measurements of the seat rails, what I am going to do is we're going to take the seat rails off, because there are a couple of pieces we want to trim off. So the bits we have to remove on these seat rails are these big notches here. So there's 2 on one side, there's 1 on the other rail, and on the other rail someone has cut them off previously by the looks, but they do look like this, which as you can see here, they've just been cut off compared to that. But what we have to do is basically cut this off, cut that flat, cut that one flat, and that one flat, and that just then basically allows us to mount these seat rails flat onto the other rails. If it wasn't for the weird bracket that was on here before it was cut off, I would have left it flat because all 4 of these would have been the same size. So that would have meant I could have left, if this was the same as this, then we would have left them all on. However, this one's going to sit lower, so they all have to go. So let's chop them off. So that's all them pieces flat. I'm going to add a little bit of etch primer just to tidy them up as we don't want the bare metal in the car. So it looks a bit of a mess as I did start drilling the wrong position, but looking at this piece on the floor, you can actually see that they don't actually line up as one side is longer than the other. So what I've done is measured these 2 holes, got these 2 in line, and then taken a measurement of 36.5 centimeters, and that has given me this hole on the bottom and this hole here. The only difference you have is that I accidentally drilled out that hole there, which was already there but square, and I started to do that one out larger, but we didn't need that. So the only one you need is 36.5 centimeters from this hole, which is on the top of the both of them from standard, all the way down to the bottom. This one sits fairly close to the edge, and this one sits roughly 6.57 centimeters from the bottom. So if you measure that 6.5 or 7-ish, then you know you're getting the rough dimensions. So I think all I need to drill now is I need to get the rails back onto the seats, and then I need to figure out how far apart each rail sits. So then I can drill 2 holes on each of the pieces I've cut out, which will suit the rail. So let me bolt it back onto the seats and get a measurement. So seat rails are back on the seat. I added the primer and a bit of paint to these to tidy these back up. And I've measured these, and these holes, or these rails in the middle, are 41 centimeters apart. So that's what I've done is I've sanded and primed these pieces, but beforehand I drilled 2 extra holes on the inside of the outside hole. And these are exactly 41 centimeters apart. And what you want to do is make sure that the holes are spaced equally. So I'll find the center, wherever you want to do it, but the inside holes need to be 41 centimeters apart. So now I can bolt these pieces onto these rails. So I bolted the rails back onto the seats, but there is one last problem that we have to overcome. It isn't necessarily a problem, but now that these bolts are on the underneath, these will touch the floor in the van. So the plan is that I have some massive, really thick 4 5mm washers. They're in the van. I'll show you them before we put them in. But essentially that will just lift this off the floor so that these don't rub into the carpet. But let's get this into the van and test fit. You might see that's primer, but underneath here is black. You can't see this side in the van, so I've just primed it because I don't want it to rust. But the other side of these is gloss black. So the washers I was on about are these. As you can see, they're 5-6mm deep, and the plan is that these are going to sit on there and lift that piece off here. So with the thick washers in place, rails mounted on, what I'm going to do now is just attempt to bolt these in as they are. It may take some bit of work as there's not a lot of room to play with. Some of the nuts in the floor of the van do move ever so slightly. I don't know what the purpose of it is, but they do move. But without further ado, let's just try and get this driver's seat mounted in, and I'll show you how it looks once it's done, hopefully. So, and just like that, the driver's seat is fitted. Probably your best tip is I tightened on the 2 rails onto the bottom of the seats quite tight in the unit, but what I would probably do is leave them basically enough that you can just tighten them up at the end, because I had to loosen them all off because it takes a bit of wiggle room, because it fits okay, but the dimensions, if they're off a mil or 2, because I haven't drilled the holes much bigger than you can, what you could do is you could drill the holes bigger than you need to, and that gives you a little bit more room. But the seat is fitted, so my plan now is just to bolt the rails onto the passenger seat and get the seat bolted in. Not much more to show you, and I'll come back to you at the end and show you what they look like fully fitted. So that is it. Both of the seats are fully secure and mounted in. What I'm going to do now is just quickly go through what you need in order to mount this, all of the hardware. There's not a lot, some of the pieces you may not need, but this is all the hardware you need. Once you've got all that hardware, you can get them mounted just as I have. Really happy with how they are. I've always wanted a set of these in the Caddy, but they've exceeded my expectations. There are a couple of issues I have to solve. These seats are renowned for peeling back here. All they need is some new clips to put that back in. I'm also missing the panel here. All it is a blanking plate, but you can pick them up cheap enough. And the last thing then is the airbag panel. I'm hoping that I can replace this panel fully, but those issues don't really matter for a lot of you, as I imagine you're here just to see how these fit in the Caddy, and if they fit in the Caddy. To answer the question, yes they do. So I'm going to give them a good clean now, wait for some nice weather, get a b-roll. I hope you've enjoyed the video. That is it for today's video. Hopefully you can drop a subscribe, as we do have a lot of other content. We have a K-truck which we're putting a motorbike engine into and putting on air suspension, so go and check that out. But for now, we will catch you in the next one.